Hello and happy Tuesday. Today is a huge day. Stampin' Up's biggest sale kicked off today with Celebration. And with Celebration, just keep in mind that anytime you spend $50, you get to choose a free item from the Celebration brochure. And they have in the past few years and this year again, put some things in there that are at the $100 level too. So as you shop, keep that in mind, because the last thing I want to do is, if you're considering shopping anyway, is to miss out on something for free or be so close that you might have gotten another item or even just one item. So I just want to always point that out. So you might be hearing that a lot from me, but that just tells you how excited I am about this great sale that's going on right now. Hi, Lisa. Thanks so much for joining in. And I've got my iPad going, and so that's here. I'm going to just set that aside, and that way if you guys have comments, hopefully I can see that too. And then another thing that I want to I laid out my flyer here, otherwise I would have forgot because I'm so excited about today's card. But Stampin' Up, if you've been following different posts on Facebook or my email newsletters, the Whisper White products, the company, or the paper mill I should say, that gave Stampin' Up all of their Whisper White supplies for years and years and years had to shut down because of COVID, and this was very unexpected, and it kind of put Stampin' Up in a pinch. And so with that, they had to come up with a whole new line of basic white products that they are very confident that will be a great replacement, and I am very confident too. Hi Connie, thanks for joining in. So with the new basic white, if you want more information on that, if you get my monthly emails, all of the new product codes, the prices are the same, the product codes will be different. If you need that from me, please don't hesitate. They went live today. So that's where, you know, sometimes in my mind, I'm like, well, I'll think about that when I need to. And they got the supplies in, the shipment came in time to be there for today's exciting day too. So I'm excited to announce that all of the basic white, it's no longer called Whisper White, but basic white, those supplies are all in. So 12 by 12, just the regular 8.5 by 11, the thick envelopes, all that kind of stuff. So just wanted to touch base on that, but let's get to today's hostess. And today's hostess is once again Sue Bay, and today is card number 2. I'm super excited about today's card, and the words are backwards right now. Hi Lois, hi Barb. And it's kind of Valentine-y, as you can see, but sometimes, like if you're going to cheer somebody up and you pulled this card out of your stash in July and sent it, sometimes, you know, when you have a little snail like that, that's just so happy on that card, I don't know if the person would be like, why did they send me a Valentine card? They might just be like, oh, look at that cheerful little card. But because it's January, if you know me at all, I love to do cards that are heart related, love related, that can be used for Valentine's or for any other kind of occasion too. So let me get my oh, and Barb got her catalog today. Yay. Thank you for letting me know. I was hoping that the mail system would get caught up and that catalogs would start arriving, and especially yours. So good. Let me get my camera turned around, and that way you can see what I'm working on here a little bit closer and at a better camera angle too. So here, just going to put my iPad up on my little stand so that way if you guys have questions or comments, then I have that taken care of as well. Oops, my scissors. Okay, so once again, here is Sue Bay's second card out of her virtual party. Hello, Julie. And it's got a fun fold to it. So for those of you that like fun folds, here you go. And a really super easy fun fold. And probably the one that I use as my go-to quite often. And you can do cards that do different ways of doing that, or even a bigger piece of this focal point too, but the fold itself and the way you cut it is basically the same. So I am going to put together today's card 100% from scratch. So you can see how I cut that, how it's scored, everything there to help you with putting this card together. And with the fun designer series paper, you can see too how easy it'll be to assemble this card using that too. So let me set that aside. And now today, this is the fun part too, is yesterday, because it was the day before the catalogs went live, I couldn't show anything from the inside of the catalog. That's against demonstrator policy. And so today I can. So I'm getting these products for today from the brand new mini catalog, which is also referred to as the January through June catalog. And hey there, Barb. Hi, Angie. So if you flip to pages 54 and 55, you'll see some of the products. I just want to see if, nope, there's sometimes a back around to the other side too. And so fun ideas on 54. And then on 55, I kind of want to point out when you see stamp sets and you see the different highlights in the catalog, that's going to tell you that there's some way that this is going to be punched out or die cut. And so on here, when you read the fine print, which I won't bring it that, it would be pretty hard to bring it up that close and have it viewable. But this stamp set coordinates not only with these dies, but also with the rectangular postage stamp, which I'm not using today, but I thought, you know what, I just want you guys to see this, and I wanted to show you the rectangular punch here so that you know if you have that in your stash that that will in fact punch out this right here. And then on the other side, I just love the cute things that they did with punching or using the rectangular punch over and over too. So, and this also has edges not only that look like the postage stamp, but the die in the stamp set has similar edges that's included in this suite of products. So that's kind of fun too, that kind of coordinates in a fun way. So let me set that catalog aside. Hey there, Jody. So yes, here is a bigger, better picture too of the stamp set. So the Snailed it can has dies that can cut out this, and that's where that punch comes in. I love the different greetings and sentiments in there, and then dies cut out this image and that image. And then here's some of the dies, and those are just called Snail dies. So it gets pretty easy to figure it out that way. And an extra kind of added bonus is there's a fun little die that you can make it look like a letter, and then a die cut that makes a cute tiny little envelope too. And then this is just for little, they did a sidewalk made out of little tiles there. These cut out the images, and then they'll also cut out some of the papers, and I'll show you that too. And these fun little mushrooms that have decorated embellishments on there too. So that's the bundle part of the suite. And today I'm going to use all of these extra little dies that are in the set too. So if you're thinking, oh, yesterday she used a stitch square die, actually today this is another square die, but you can tell by the edges it kind of has that postage look that I was talking about. Hello, Robin. And then this is the cutest as ever paper ever. And so all of these guys can be die cut, and that's what I'm going to do for today's card. And I'm pulling in some of this yellow paper, and then this is one when I did my catalog preview. Let me see if, there we go, the camera will pick up those tiny little hearts. So those are kind of the three papers that I'm going with, but fun, bright mushrooms and other, I don't know, these look like they should be with like SpongeBob SquarePants or something like that, but super cute. And then there's like the mailman here that I think would make just super cute, fun Valentines, and just fun, cheerful cards too. So then we've got those. So let me, oh, and something, yeah, I almost forgot to point out. So here's some different greetings in different languages, but this is a die too that can cut out all of those. So if you want to have those be cut out, you know, and look really sharp, the dies will work for that too. Hey there, Jill from St. Paul, and hello, Danielle from Georgia. Good to have you guys on here. Okay. So let me think where I want to kind of start. I think I'm just going to start with my card base. So I am pulling out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of Blushing Bride cardstock. And I want to bring over my trimmer here. And a lot of times I will score my card as if I'm making 2 at a time. So I'm going to put my cardstock in here, and I do kind of cut left-handed. So if you're like, what is her cutting machine looking like that? And the logo's upside down, it's because I cut left-handed. Maybe that's why my wrist got in the shape it was. I don't know. But I am just going to pull the scoring blade down over that and score it in half like so. And then I'm going to cut it in half at 4 1/4. So if you are wanting a card base that folds the long way like so, that is how you would do that. Hello, Carol. Good to see you on here, and Joyce too. Okay, whoops, I need my trimmer back here. So now what makes this card a little bit different is I didn't want to confuse you with the whole sheet, and I just wanted to show just this card and what I do to get that extra fun fold in there. So half of 5 1/2 is 2.75. So I'm just going to put that right at that guide there and do an extra score here like so. So that is where we get that extra little fold in there for our cards. Super simple, no extra cardstock needed, still fits in the envelope, which is always a huge plus. And then the first thing that I always like to do is take my bone folder and really give that a good crease there. And then on there, just kind of so that it doesn't want to flip too easily, and so that it fits in your envelope really nice too. So that's all ready to go. And then the 2 pieces that I'm decorating 2 of the flaps kind of are, or with, are let me think, 2 1/2. There we go. They're both 2 1/2 by 4. And I kind of think it's funny because this one looks bigger than this one, and it's just the pattern, I think bolder images, smaller images, but 2 1/2 by 4 for both of them. And then I'm going to end up taping them down to each side here. So that's where that comes in, and that I can set aside. And we're going to use one of these fun dudes. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, almost 14, or this one I cut out, 14 for sure, full little snails here that you can cut out. So if you're kind of like me and go, I really don't want to cut into my cute paper, I always kind of do like what's on the back side. But I do kind of like the scribbles too. There they are. And they're kind of pink and red for Valentine's Day, which makes it kind of cute. So I'm just going to kind of do a lazy cut around there just so that I can fit it in my cutting machine. So I'm just doing this right here. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Linda. So we have that. And then this is where I'm just going to cut out this little frame here, and then this guy too. So I'm going to see if both of those will fit. If not, I have a few cuts that I need to run through. So I'm not too worried about having to send something through. Okay. So I'm going to put that on there, and actually I think that will fit. So we're just going to put him over there. I don't know if you're like me. It's like, oh, let's just kind of try and fill up the space and then not have to run things through too many times. Sometimes I feel like I spend more time lining it up than if I just would have done 2 passes through. Okay, so once again, we just have from that cute paper, this cuts out perfectly like that. How cute is that? So that we're going to set aside, and that die is done. And then that square die that I was talking about, this is what it does. So it kind of has a nice stitched edge to it, but then it has kind of that fun postage stamp look to it as well. So that's done. I'm going to set that aside. And next, before I do any more running through, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to take my basic black Stampin' Right marker here and pull out the brush tip. So there is a tip that's fine for writing, or sometimes this is my fix-it tip, where if I haven't inked something correctly or 100% and put it in my card, that's kind of where I can go and fill in to fix that type of thing. So for this, I want only the You've Got Mail, and I don't need him because I've already cut the cute snail. So I'm just going to take my marker, and this is where markers are so nice to just pick and choose what you want to ink up. And you can do this with any of the markers, but I chose black. And a lot of times I huff on there just to get a nice good impression of black ink. So you've got mail is the only thing then that is stamping out from that stamp. So I'm going to set that aside, and actually I think we can bring this here because I will do this, and it's got that fun word bubble die here, and I kind of want to make it look a little from the side, just the way I've got the card kind of put together. And so that's on Whisper White. I'm grabbing just a little strip here of Blushing Bride, and I love it when Stampin' Up! Puts two dies, exact same dies, but two of them, because I wanted two hearts, and now I don't have to run them through twice. Hello there, Brenda. Happy birthday. So I'm going to run that through to get those little pieces like so. And they just fall right out. So I'm just going to scoot that off to the side, and I have my two little hearts, and it kind of gives it a nice little, I'm going to move my camera maybe just there. Yeah, Lisa, you always catch me using scraps in a good way. I love how you call that out. Yeah, because I save lots of little chunks, and for projects like this, it's perfect. So you can see the heart not only cuts out, but it kind of just bumps up and gives it an extra little embossed edge there. And then the You've Got Mail kind of does that same thing as well there, which is kind of fun. Whew. Oh boy, I just totally caught my thumb on my tripod there. Okay, I think we're all good. All right, so I think now is just the point of assembling my card. So I'm going to go and use my seal. Whoops. And if that ever happens to you, or you go to use it and it just isn't like right at the edge, just give it a little nudge with your finger like so, and then it's good to go again. So I'm just going to make sure that this is facing the right direction, and I'll put that down. And like I said, these measurements for both of these pieces are 2.5 by 4. So as I thought that through, I'm like, I can make a lot of cards out of this one paper pack because I'm only using these little pieces here. And like I said, 14 full guys of these on each page, and there's 2 sheets in the paper pack. So we've got that. And so what I'm going to do next is take some of the fun accessories that are in that suite. And so this is the Snail Mail Twine Combo Pack. So the colors in here are Whisper White and Blushing Bride. I'm going to pull out the Blushing Bride here. And these little notches make it really nice as you kind of wrap this around that square like so. They just kind of fit in that notch and hold the ribbon in place. Don't we now all wish that everything came with little notches to help us tie our ribbon? But for me, once again, I am just tying a knot, nothing fancy like a bow. So that also helps. So I'm just going to give it a little snip and a little snip like so. Oh, good. Sue says she loves fun fold cards. So this is good because Sue is my hostess that I'm making the card for. So excellent. Okay, so for this guy, I'm going to grab some dimensionals and flip him over. And I'm going to put, let's see, I almost feel like that got too close to the edge. I don't want that to show. There we go. Oh, and I took the whole thing off instead of just the top sticky paper. Okay, and I'm only going to do 2 because I feel like that's about all that there's room for. My stamping friend Nancy, she would be able to fit probably 5 on there with ease. So this guy's just going to kind of go down in the corner like so. And then I'm going to put that You've Got Mail. I'm just going to put 1 in the middle just because this is going to kind of go off. Oops, off of the edge of my red square a little bit too. So I want to make sure that the sticky part stays on there. So how cute is this? You could almost make a little package Valentine's just with this little thing being the focal point, or Stampin' Up! Has the little mini pizza boxes, that would be a fun topper too as well. And just popping it up makes it look super cute. Okay, so now this is ready to go on the card. And since I popped this up, I don't want to put more dimensionals and make my card bulkier yet, but I want this to stick really well onto here. So that's where I pull in my stamp and seal to the rescue. And I kind of have to eyeball it because I only want to put half of this as, how do I want to say, half of it being oh, sometimes my cardstock will catch because the Stampin' Seal is so sticky, but that's a good thing. Okay, so it's all on there. You can see super sticky. So that's the blue one. And so that is almost like that tear and tape. And so when you put this on, you're going to really want to know, like, that's where I want it, because it's not really going to move after that. But if people handle the card and it gets in the envelope, this is going to stay put right in there. So that's why I only wanted tape on that half, because this half you don't want to stick your card shut. So that's why that's like that too. Hello, Jackie. Okay, so I've got that, and now is the part where I kind of just like to accessorize a little bit. And so for the inside, I'm not going to go like really all out, but when there's a tiny little stamp like this heart here in the stamp set, I kind of like to just add a little bit of that. So I'm just going to kind of tap that on my Real Red ink pad again and add a little heart on each side there, so when it opens up you have that. And I'm not going to put anything in the inside that says Happy Valentine's Day or anything. There's some things that I could have added, but I kind of want to leave this be versatile, so the people that are getting this card that I'm making, that are ordering through Sue's Party, that way you can use it however you want and leave it be versatile that way for you guys too. And let's not forget about these little hearts here. So I'm just going to take and find my first glue dot here on my little spool. And I'm just going to stick that right to the glue dot and then take it off. That's going to go up in the corner there. And then I'm going to take another one and find the next glue dot like so, and just give it a good push into the glue dot, and then that comes off too. And so these hearts are kind of coming out away from the little snail dude, and I'm in love with these, and I can't believe how many of these little resin hearts that they can fit on a sheet. Tons. So this is part of that sweet collection, and these are resin hearts. That's all they're called. So they come in white and Real Red. Hello, Julie. Hi, Marilyn. And they're pretty tiny but pretty mighty as far as their self-adhesive, so they give a good stick. So I'm just going to, with my Take Your Pick tool, get that tacky to stick on there. And I could see my grandson probably thinking this is candy, and thinking, oh, that would be really fun to eat. So I might have to keep that in mind if he's around, that he doesn't think it's candy and tries to eat it. Okay, I just want to make sure that that's in the center of my heart before I give it a good press there. So I just used one of each, both the red and the white, because both of those will coordinate and match with the colors on here. And then, oh yes, one more thing. Okay, I have a Stampin' friend, Rolanda, who always gives me grief for not decorating my envelope. So the card is complete. So here's Sue's card, all complete, with a fun fold and a few extra little blingy accessories. Well, not really blingy, but accessories. But look at this stamp set, Happy Mail enclosed. Once again, it's got a heart on the envelope and such there. But Happy Mail, it doesn't have to be for Valentine's, but isn't that fun if you had the stamp to put on all your envelopes that you were sending out for Valentine's? So I'm just going to ink that up in my Real Red ink pad and just put that down in the corner. So that is so super cute there, and I love the little kind of stitched edging around that. And if you weren't putting this on your envelope, keep in mind, if you didn't see the beginning of the video, the postage punch is what punches this out. So all those little stitches will kind of just add another layer of dimension here with the postage stamp there. So my friend Rolanda, sometimes she watches my videos and she lives in Texas. So she sees that, she'll be like, no way. No, she'd be like, no way, because she has a Southern accent. And so there is the coordinating envelope, and I will put that stamp on your envelope when you receive the card too, if that is something that you'll be getting from me. So let me get my camera turned around here like so. Alrighty, so like I said, I think that collection with all those cute little snails are just the neatest. I was so excited to pull that out and start working with that out of my little box. Actually, it was a big box that I got from my pre-order, so that way I was ready to go right away to start crafting yesterday, the day before the big catalog started, and the celebration sale too. So that's how I get those. And so if you ever decide to join my team and such, that is one of the perks of being a demonstrator, is not only a discount and such, but you can order the new products a whole month ahead of time too. So that's kind of fun too, and it helps me to get ready for you guys, and helps me to contain my excitement to kind of come up with some projects so I'm not like bouncing off the walls the first day. So yeah, so how you can get Sue's card, the one I made yesterday with the darling donkeys, and then today's snail, and then tomorrow will be the third card, and then it'll be done already. But how you can get Sue's card is if you place an order, and it just has to be a minimum $25 order. And if you use her code, and that was kind of on the screen as I was doing the video today, but I'm going to post this card next on my Facebook page here, and that will also have the code listed underneath to help you if you choose to order, if there's something that you need or want. So that helps Sue out. So I send all 3 cards out as a thank you to you for ordering through her party. And with everything kind of being new with the Whisper White products and everything, please let me know if you have any questions on anything, or if hosting a virtual party is something that you're interested in. Let me know that as well too. But for this week, Sue's kind of the star, and so we're gonna let her have her glory these 3 days. So it's been fun picking out projects for her party, and I'm excited already for tomorrow afternoon to see you guys here and enjoy what I've maybe put together. And so other than that, take care and have a fun rest of your evening. Bye-bye.